It's a new year, it's a new season, but it's the same old Detective Bosch here on Rich Reviews channel. Yes. Hi there, folks. Welcome back to Rich Reviews, and it's definitely the latest season of Bosch here on this channel here, folks. And it's always good to meet up with Detective Bosch after all these years, and this sadly going in knowing that next year, whenever they actually do film season 7, considering that Los Angeles is under quarantine, that we will see a good old Bosch riding on into the sunset. Season 6 here primarily focused on 2 different books, but with the bulk of it being The Overlook and other plotline from another book called Dark Sacred Night. Now here's the thing, there's nothing more reliable than a good book, and there's nothing more reliable than a good procedural show. And Bosch is that good old reliable procedural show that's like a book. Now unlike most procedurals on network TV, this is not a case of the week, because like life, police work is not a case of the week. It's a long, grinding, grueling job. And basically, all Bosch does is go home and have a beer and talk about his day with his daughter Mandy, played by Madison Lintz, who is interning at Money Chandler's, Mimi Rogers' law firm. What I like most about Bosch is basically there's no gloss here, unlike, say, network shows. I think this is one of the best shows to show what the layout of Los Angeles is as well. And all your regulars are back here. Ty Wolver as Bosch, who's pursue the truth. You may not like Bosch, but he certainly gets results done. And obviously, after so many seasons of him trying to pursue his mother's murder, I think we come up with a reasonably great season. Basically, we also get J. Edgar, Lieutenant Billis, and all your other recurring favorites such as Crate and Barrel. Now, of course, with Bosch, they dangle so many plot lines here, but the main sort of plot line here involves a murder of a doctor scientist who is handling cesium. The FBI gets involved, and basically, of course, we always get the obligatory stay in your lane, but Bosch is like, I have no lane. Basically, this sort of leads to, a fringe group within the greater, sovereign citizens movement, which, yes, there is a sovereign citizens movement. And trust me, folks, they're basically like, government sucks, But then, of course, all the while, the life story is being told here. And this is also one more unusual season, because also the sovereign citizens people, their story is shown as well. Of course, as time goes on, we almost completely forget about these people, but then again, at the same time, at the end, they reappear. This Haitian guy is slimy, he's smarmy, he's willing to do anything to protect his own interests. I think this goes to show you how much informants are used to a certain degree, because the informants, they're doing their best to help bring down these people, but again, sometimes you are shown that you can be burned, and basically then you have no way of going forward. Also, another storyline here that's taken from the second book that they've been adapting is basically the death of a runaway teenager from several years ago. Bosch obviously befriended the mother from last season, and how basically, yes, time doesn't always heal all the wounds. Sometimes, basically, this woman is troubled. This woman, just wants to know what happened. Obviously, at least one person that this person ran with is now a stand-up citizen, even though when he was running with this one girl, yeah, they were doing some shitty things, particularly blackmail. And also another storyline here, which might be the least interesting storyline, another TV show, and I mean less polished than Bosch. If they were trying to juggle all these storylines over the course of the season, they might fail miserably at it, but basically this is Bosch for all I know. And that happens to be the Chief Irving storyline, played by Lance Riddick, his girlfriend / wife. And obviously Chief Irving wants to run for mayor of Los Angeles. And being mayor of Los Angeles is probably a fine job. I'm glad anyone who's public service to run for that job. Why you as a police, at least someone asked him, why are you a police chief wanting to run for an office that then beholds you to a bunch of other people? Police Chief Irving tries a couple of times to deal with certain issues that, hey look, That's how you deal with those issues. I think one of the more interesting things that the writers and maybe Connolly try to do this season is try to show you that, hey, look, the law is not always perfect. Sometimes people will get lighter sentences to flip over the higher ups. And obviously Bosch is angered because at the end of the season we catch who killed this one runaway. He gets a light sentence, which angers Bosch. Yeah, and Bosch is like, yeah, I'll be waiting for you when you get out of prison. You'll be serving the whole dang sentence. Also, I recently heard that CBS is trying to do a Lincoln Lawyer series. And here's the thing, I absolutely loved the Matthew McConaughey film. But here's the thing, I would love to have Mickey Haller, who's the half-brother of Bosch, appear on Bosch. It's probably never going to happen. Just because you'd be doing a case of the week, and I don't want that. I would love to have Mickey Haller, even though the novels I think are fewer. And, you know, you can adapt those. You can readapt the Lincoln Lawyer book. The Bosch series, I highly recommend you watch this, because what a better way to be stuck in quarantine by yourself. So folks, Bosch Season 6, have you seen this? What did you think? Please put everything in the comment box below here, folks. As always, folks, like, comment, subscribe, enrich yourself with knowledge. I'm at Michael Rich Reviews too. I will see you next time, folks. Yes, hooray.